Hola clase. So for this week, you do have another Google form that I'm going to have you fill out. Hopefully this one will be a little bit easier. There's not as much translation because I realized when you guys were submitting that there was more room for where it could get marked wrong even if you did it correctly or you had the right idea overall but maybe just made a tiny error. So I'm going to try and avoid that for this week and we'll look at that more in the future. Also, on the Google form, if you realize a mistake and you know how to correct it, please feel free to fill out the Google form because the way I have it set up, you should be able to fill it out more than once, so that way I can see that you knew how to fix it, which will just be even better. I also got a question about how this is being graded, how this is being counted, and hopefully by now you guys know that you guys get the option to do GPA, so letter grade, or you could just choose to pass or fail the class, and so you're wondering how grades are still getting worked out from there. Personally, in my class, I'm still talking with Mr. Kitchen about how that is going to look and what to expect out of that, but so far right now I am keeping track of participation. That is a huge thing. If you are not participating, that is going to get marked and might not help you with your grade, so just watch out for that. Definitely for the GPA part. For the pass-fail part, that one's still a little more iffy and I need a little more clarification personally before I can tell you what that's going to look like for you guys. So sorry about the confusion, but hopefully we can clear that up soon. Another thing I would like to mention is for Spanish 1, we are actually going to learn a new topic next week and have some new vocabulary that we are going to be working with more directly. The grammar behind it is pretty similar to grammar we've already been working with. Alright, so this week on your calendar, you might notice an interesting date that might pop out to you, especially since you're in Spanish class. It might kind of be like, oh, what is happening? Cinco de mayo. Yes, this is a date as Americans we've all heard about once or twice before, but you might not know the history behind it. So we're going to look at a little bit of the cultural significance of Cinco de Mayo today. First things first, Cinco de Mayo is actually more of a thing in America than it is in the country where it originated, in Mexico. Kind of weird, but let me explain why. The whole reason this became a big thing was over 150 years ago, in a tiny town called Puebla, there was a battle. La Batalla de Puebla, the Battle of Puebla. Now, during this battle, the Mexican army was fighting against the French army. This was a war that had been going on and would continue to go on for a while. However, in this tiny town, the town of Puebla, they actually won a battle against the French. They were outnumbered, outgunned, but they outsmarted the French. Now, the reasons behind that is something you can look into more fully if you would like, but overall, this was a huge victory for the Mexican army to fight and win against a European powerhouse, the French. Overall, they didn't win the war, but the fact that they won this battle was still really important. So in the town of Puebla, they do celebrate El Día de la Batalla de Puebla, the day of the Battle of Puebla. Nowadays, especially in America, it's not really about the battle, and it's not like an Independence Day or anything. It's more just about recognizing Mexican heritage. So it has shifted from its original origins, but it's still an important day to know about and acknowledge. So that's my quick video for this week. Just kind of a update on that we're doing Google Forms, a little bit of information about Cinco de Mayo, and hopefully that should be all. Once again, you guys know, please feel free to email me. I have been a little slower on answering my emails, still processing some stuff, but I'm definitely working through it, trying to get back to you when I can. I miss you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hasta luego. See you later.